Welcome to Back to School Night 2020. This is Honors Geometry. My name is Michael Nishioka. A lot of students call me Mr. Nish. I've been teaching in Colorado for 14 years, 12 years at the high school level, and 2 years at the middle school level. During 4 consecutive years of CSAP, 80% of my students had typical or high growth, meaning based on students similar to them, they did equal or better with me compared to other teachers in the States. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I've worked as a scrub nurse and as an IT manager. I have 1 wife, 2 kids, 1 dog, and 5 chickens. One way you can tell that I spent way too long in quarantine, I was willing to take this picture with my family. I play guitar and bass guitar. This is a picture of me playing with the Jefferson High School Blues Band at a school I used to teach at. These are some teachers I taught with. We like to ski and snowboard, mostly skiing nowadays. Mary Jane's one of our favorite spots, as well as Loveland. Last year, at this time, I was in Florida. Usually we spend about 2 weeks in Florida right before the school year starts, kind of soaking up the last bit of sunshine and vacation before we start back into the grind. Obviously, this year I was not able to do that. My schedule for this year is listed here on 4th and 5th period. I have planning and meetings, but I can schedule time for interventions there, or meetings if we need to have conversations about stuff. The supplies you will need a TI-84 graphing calculator. You could also use a TI-83 or a TI Inspire. The 84 and the 83 have basically the same menus, and the software we have where we can show you the calculator on our computer screens will match, and the menus will match. So it'll be much easier. If you have an 83 or an 84, you can buy them used. Here's a picture of an 84. Any of the newer ones will work really well also. You'll need some graph paper. You'll need to have your Chromebook. The school provides one that is a touchscreen, which means that you can use that as a way of drawing on PDFs to upload work. If you have other ways of doing that, you can use those also. And you can look in Google Classroom once the school year starts for an updated list of supplies. In Honors Geometry, you will learn how to understand diagrams. You will see spatial relationships. We'll study shapes like angles, polygons, circles. You'll model relationships with equations. We will present and look at logical arguments. That's especially important in a political year where you can see people not using logic or misusing logic as a way of proving their point is right. We'll talk about proof and what is enough evidence to show something, and we'll go into probability. So grades and how we will meet this year. Grading is done as follows. Homework and participation is 30%. Tests and quizzes are 50%, and the final exam is 20%. We will have everything in Google Classroom. It's structured by unit, and then there are meeting links and materials that will be posted there, as well as videos, digital textbooks as resources, and we will have Big Ideas online. I'll have links to that there, where it's a testing resource as well as a learning resource. They have videos. So our curriculum has that for Honors Geometry. Classroom expectations. What should you expect? What are my expectations of you to do well in class? Be positive with your attitude and actions. We are all going through lots of change right now, so we need to make sure we have some patience with each other and try and find a way to make it as positive an environment as possible. Be respectful to teachers, all students, and the classroom, especially thinking about how will you do things digitally. So no cyberbullying. What are things we can do to try and make that environment better, and so that we can focus on learning instead of behavior? And make sure you work hard. If you do those 3 main things, you should do well in my class. If you're having any concerns, make sure you contact me. We can do a Zoom call one-on-one if we need to. If you see your students having an issue, send me an email. My email address is listed there. Emails I respond to typically right away. The only reason I wouldn't is if I needed to find more information or there's something additional going on, so I needed to take some time to respond, but it's always within 24 hours. My voicemail is there, but I actually listen to it through email. It goes straight to my email and I play it out of there. If you get an email me or receive an email from me, and for some reason it seems off, sometimes that happens when you're typing things out, especially since we'll all be busy during this year. So just ask me to call you if you need me to. Give me your phone number and a time to call, and we can try and schedule it so that there's no confusions and we can make sure everyone is successful in Honors Geometry. Have a great start to the 2020 school year.